So, good morning, folks. I'm your friend Harchari from Florida. And today, in today's world, actually, all the insurance guys and all the people who are tech friendly, they are actually looking for building an AI SaaS business. Okay. Everyone is running towards it because right now that's the biggest trend, and anyone can build that AI SaaS product for any of their niche. Like they don't need to work hard for it. They don't need to understand the basics of it. Many people I have seen inside my industry are building the AI SaaS product, and these SaaS products actually bring a lot of value to the people because you just need to create it once, and guess what? That's the biggest thing. You just need to create it once and sell it to the multiple people to n number of times. So today is the biggest topic that we are going to cover on this is that how to price your AI services, right? Because many people have a dream of building an AI SaaS product for maybe roofing, for maybe insurance, or maybe for any other stuff right there. But these guys don't understand how the pricing works because these pricings are actually very important because once you know the cost, which is going to be very much important to build a AI SaaS and continuously run it, and the difference between how it's going to be different from per customer, how much he's paying you, what is the API cost for per email sent or SMS sent or whatever it is. Okay, today we are going to discuss that in very detail. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. Right now, the first important thing is that in 2026, AI is the most craziest thing that is ever happening right now. And if you have not built your AI SaaS product, you are up way behind in this marathon run, which has been happening inside AI. But right now, there are four major mistakes that people actually do when they build their AI SaaS and they don't know how to do the pricing on their AI SaaS product. Okay. The first and the most important thing is that the biggest mistake that a person does is that they simply charge whatever number they want. They just wake up in the morning, they are having a black coffee like I am right now, and guess what? They just think, let's build an AI SaaS and let's give it 49 bucks a month. Let's go. It doesn't work that way because you need to understand the four basic fundamentals before you decide what your price is going to be. Because if you don't understand how much it's going to cost you and you're putting 49 bucks a month and it's costing you 55 bucks a month, it doesn't make any sense to charge 49, right? Because AI SaaS product building is actually included with the AI's variable cost. Because there are two types of cost inside any industry. One is fixed cost, which is need to be paid every single month, just like rent. But a variable cost depends upon how fluctuating that specific number is going to be. Let's example that a bit better example is if you have a trucking business in the US and the trucks move from Tallahassee to Tampa. Guess what? The fuel consumption would be close to each other every single time, but sometimes due to traffic and maybe a tornado that comes in Florida, whatever it is, the cost may increase because the trucks need to stand on the signals a long time. There might be traffic, blah, blah, blah. These are some variable costs which keeps on changing. So, first and the most important thing that you need to understand when you are actually building your AI business is that price on the value itself. Because if you don't price on a specific value that you're providing, it doesn't make any sense because your customer, he doesn't guess that for 49 bucks you are giving 47,000 tokens. He actually doesn't care about it. But if I tell you that if you provide the perfect outcome for it, like the value which has been provided, like if you use this AI system, you will get this many qualified leads. If you use this AI system, you would get this much appointment books. If you use this AI system, you would get X results. So you need to sell the results rather than telling them, oh, we have this many tokens. You can use this tokens, you can refresh this tokens, you can refer to your friend and bring more tokens. They don't care about it. Literally, because people actually care about the end result that you're going to provide with your AI system. That's very simple and very clear. The second most important thing is that you should know the true value, what is going to cost you per customer, what is going to be your per customer cost. Because see, I'll tell you one simple thing. If, for an example, I'll tell you, there are many costs which is involved. Let's take an example here. AI SaaS actually has a feature which provides Image generation, video generation, audio generation, or maybe hosting, storage, and then your email sent, your third-party APIs, everything. These costs are included on the developer, how much he's going to pay on per user. So guess what? If it is costing you 59 or 60 bucks a month for one customer and you're charging 49 bucks a month, that's the most stupidest AI SaaS business you're running right now. Because the liabilities are more than the assets, which is very much difficult to run a SaaS business for a long term. Because if you actually understand what's going to cost you per customer, which is going to be roughly around maybe 30 bucks or maybe 32 bucks, and you are charging 49, then it makes sense. That's what it is because you need to have at least 12 to 15% of margin on per customer, whatever you are actually selling to them. That's the most important thing over there. Because, for an example, if I tell you whatever revenue you are generating out of it, you need to remove the variable cost from that. Because if you remove the variable cost from the revenue that you have generated around your SaaS business, that's your total profit. Because many SaaS owners, they don't understand. They just simply take any number, random number that they like, and or they go and ask ChatGPT to give them an answer, and it comes up with an answer which is not specific to you. When you get a specific answer, you need to give a very specific question to GPT to understand how it's going to work. That's the basic idea about it. But charging them any number which comes into your mind in the first light in the morning, that's the most stupidest thing you can ever do, guys. Don't do that. The third and most important thing is that keep the future in mind because whatever you are doing, because the SaaS product that you're building right now, it needs to be understood and your future needs to be kept in the mind that this product will run for a longer duration. Because if this product is not running for a longer duration, guess what, guys? You would be out in 3 months. You would be out in 3 months in the market. No one would know all the branding, marketing money spent, Facebook ads, it would be wasted. It would be wasted like hell. Like no one would ever know how it's going to work. So I'm telling you one simple thing is that whenever you are building a AI SaaS product, remember this one thing. You need to keep the future in mind. You need to understand the changes that might come in the future. And your AI should actually be able to integrate with it. Because guess what? My dad always tells me this one story. There was a company called Kodak. If you know, those companies used to sell cameras, picture cameras, right? And when Samsung was the first cell phone company which introduced camera in their cell phones, and Kodak was the only company which was selling cameras at that time, and it was very different. Kodak actually refused to change according to the trend because Nokia, Samsung, Motorola, all those companies starting to add cameras in their cell phone, and Kodak was not actually willing to change. It resisted, and guess what? Kodak doesn't exist anymore. That company is just wiped out. That's what's going to happen to your SaaS product if you don't actually change according to the trend and keep the trend in mind. Actually, do some kind of a prediction at a specific moment, which is going to bring you better results on that. And the fourth one is that the hybrid pricing system. That's what I always tell to my each and every client that I offer whenever they book a call with me and they want to know what services I provide or they want to know what kind of business we guys are doing. We always have three different pricing for them, actually, because it depends upon number of months they stay with us and how we're going to work. But we always have a hybrid price for them. Guess what? If you have an AI SaaS product and you're pricing just like starter plan for 49 months, 49 bucks a month, and then you go at the pro plan, which is 149 bucks a month, which has additional features inside it, and the last and the foremost one, which is the business plan or maybe the enterprise plan, which can be 400 bucks a month, and you give them 20 workspaces and you have those cloud access, blah, 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 all those stuff. So these are the requirements that people can choose from if you have a hybrid pricing. Because guess what? You need to be very much hybrid, very much flexible when you build an AI SaaS product because you need to cater to the specific group of people who are going to pay that much of money. When you run an AI SaaS company, you might be thinking, okay, Harsh, the whole world is my business customers right now, and my business is going to make a lot of money. I'm telling you that's not the point because you got to understand that when you're charging 49, 149, and $400 a month, you are targeting only these type of people, and only these people are willing to pay that much of money for your service. Guess what? If someone is using some different platform and they are paying $59 a month, but your AI SaaS is giving the same stuff for $49 a month, they still won't convert to your platform because they are very much used to do $49 a month and they actually love their services, even if you are providing the same stuff at a lower cost. So that's the most important part you guys need to understand about the pricing stuff. Because if you don't have the pricing correct, it would be very, very difficult to understand what kind of audience you guys are catering with. But the last and the foremost thing that I've not added over here, but this would be the bonus one for you guys. Never ever surprise the customer with the API builds. Never. This is the most important part because if you surprise the customer with the AI bill, like the person is using the pro plan for 149 bucks a month, and actually you are billing him 1,649 bucks for the API cost, that person is not going to stay on your platform because that's the surprise cost that he gets at the end of the month. And never do that actually. You gotta understand that these API costs needs to be upfront, or the person or the user should have the knowledge that he is going to get a bill of this much of amount at the end of the month. Because if this system doesn't actually works inside your AI SaaS business or your company, these customers won't stay with your AI SaaS for a long time. They would never stay for a long duration of time because every month they're getting surprise attacks on their wallet for the API cost, which has been generated from your platform. So make sure the API costs are not surprise for the client every time they use the API or they use any kind of a third-party API access which has been needed on your AI SaaS. Make sure they have an idea of billing which is going on inside the whole system. So this is the fifth and the most important thing on this, all four of this that I have written over here. Because I have seen businesses build AI, I help them to build their AI. And apart from this, you would always see one simple stuff. It's really, really different for every industry. So I hope you guys enjoyed till over here. And if you have watched it, do like and subscribe to the channel. And also comment if you have any questions or if you want to build your AI SaaS, my team can reach out to you and actually bring more value for you. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.